Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. Today we are talking about Orphan First Kill.
Hello, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy. I know, Mommy.
I did notice some inconsistencies.
So Orphan First Kill is the long-awaited follow-up to the 2009 horror movie Orphan. This prequel tells the story of how Esther got her start. And this movie sees Isabelle Furhman reprise her role as the creepy Esther. We have Julia Stiles playing a mom, Joseph Sutherland playing the husband, and then Matthew Finland playing their son. So in Orphan First Kill, we see Lena escapes the Sarin Institute and poses as a missing child, Esther, in order to move in and become a member of this family. And just a heads up, guys, this is going to have some slight spoilers for the original Orphan movie that came out in 2009. So if you guys haven't seen that, just a heads up, which, I mean, if you haven't seen it and you're watching this, I don't know why you would be, because you're probably going to get some spoilers about that movie, but just wanted to put that out there just in case. So without further ado, what I want to talk about first is that prequels can sometimes be a very hard thing to do because you know where a lot of these characters are going to end up. And in this case particular, you have Isabelle Furhman, who she's playing the character of Esther again. But when the original movie came out in 2009, obviously she was a little bit younger. She was like 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. And now she's 25 years old playing that same character in this prequel. So that can definitely be a challenge. And I was a little bit worried about that going in. Was that going to take me out of the movie? And the first thing that I will say is that I think they did a really good job with making Isabel look younger. She is 25, so I mean she is younger, but making her look younger than she is even in real life, I thought they did a good job by using creative ways, movie magic to do that. So a lot of times that what you wouldn't see while watching the movie, some of the other actors were wearing like platform shoes, things like that to make themselves look taller and make her look shorter. You also had throughout the film, there's some creative uses of different camera angles and things like that. So that was just something that I really appreciated, especially they didn't use any de-aging technology. I don't think that probably would have been a little expensive for this movie's budget, but they didn't end up using that. So I really appreciate that they went the way of using practical effects and movie magic to make her look a little bit younger than what she is. Also, I think Isabelle Furhman did a great job of stepping back into the character of Esther. She definitely has her creepy moments throughout this movie as expected, but there's also some times where you actually, at least for me, I felt a little bit for the character, which is weird because obviously the character of Esther is a raging psychopath, but there was a couple moments where you felt a little bit for this character, and that's something that's very hard to do because a good example of that where that just did not work at all for me was Don't Breathe 2 with the blind man. They tried to make him a sympathetic character, and that just did not work for me at all. So the fact that they were able to have just a couple moments where you're like, oh, you know what, I kind of feel bad for her here, I thought that was really cool. So they did a good job with that. But yeah, just a really good performance from Isabelle Furhman as the character of Esther. And I thought the rest of the cast in the movie, I thought they were all really solid. And for me, it was just nice seeing Julia Stiles step back into a role. I feel like it's definitely been a while since I've seen her in anything. Like maybe I just haven't caught any of her recent projects, but it's been a little while. So it was nice to see her step back, and appear in this project as well. And this movie has a twist to it that happens at some point in the movie. I won't tell you when, so you guys can kind of go into this as fresh as possible, and obviously not going to say anything about the twist just because of spoilers. But yeah, the twist that ends up happening in this movie, well, maybe not quite as good as the original twist that we had in the movie from 2009. Watching this movie, and when it gets to that point, it really flipped the whole film on its head for me. And so I thought that was really cool because a lot of times when you get these prequels, sequels, to a lot of these horror films, oftentimes they tend to want to retread what the original film did. And I thought that for the most part, I thought that's what we were going to happen. It was still going to be something that was going to be hopefully entertaining, but I thought they were going to kind of go that same route. So the fact that they did this and implemented this twist in this movie, for me, I was like, wait, what's going on right now? So I thought that really added to the film for me. Definitely makes it stand out from a lot of sequels and prequels that I've seen over the years. And yeah, so I want you guys to go into that as fresh as possible. For me, it made the movie stand out quite a bit. So while overall maybe not quite as good as that original film, I thought that this follow-up, or prequel in this case, actually ended up really surprising me, more than what I was thinking it was going to, and did a good job of bringing the character of Esther back, and I really hope that we end up actually getting to see more stories with this character. So overall, as a score, I'm going to give this an 8.3 out of 10. Yeah, it was a surprise for me. I was hoping that it was going to be good because I really like the original film. Definitely feel like it's a little bit underrated in my mind. So I was looking forward to this, but where it had been so long and it wasn't getting like a really wide release. It's on Paramount Plus, but it has like a really small theatrical release. Like there's only 1 or 2 theaters that are like, and even for me, it's like still like a half hour, 45-minute drive that are playing it. So not many places around, at least me, are playing it, which is kind of disappointing. So similar to Prey, I really wish this would have got a wider release, and I really hope that we get to see more stories of this character, because I think there may be another like film or two that they can do with it, and that would be something that I would be really interested in. So, but I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are overall on the movie. Did you guys like it just as much as the original film? Did you like this more? Let me know what you guys' thoughts are, and did you end up getting to watch this in the theater, or did you watch it on Paramount Plus? So, as always, let me know down below in the comments if you're putting any spoilers or anything. Just make sure that people can see that. That way they don't get it spoiled for them. Let me know down below in the comments. And as always, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button next to it. That way you get notifications for all my new videos. Give this video a thumbs up, as always, and please make sure to check back for more Pop Culture with Pat.